Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Jewelry Pirate. This is Barbara. Please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and like the video. And also, please comment. Let me know what you think of this video. Also, if you're new and you're watching one of my videos for the first time and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And then there's that little bell. You can hit that bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Okay, so now that we have business taken care of, today I'm coming on. This is an instructional video, and I'm going to show you how to fix things. Mainly today, it's going to be glue and repairing things that are missing rhinestones, and also making jewelry out of pieces that we get or we purchase. And so anyway, let's get started. I want to tell you first about, if you're going to be doing basic jewelry repairs and stuff, you're going to need tools, okay? And I have them all here, and I'm going to show them all to you and explain what they're for, okay? And the first thing that we need are chain nose pliers. Now you'll notice that these here have a point on them, and you should always have a double set of these if you can. All right, if you can't afford to buy an extra set, then you can also use a flat nose plier along with the chain nose plier. Now you can see these are flat at the top. All right, so there's a little bit of difference with these. I just have covers on my pliers, some of them, that make them a little bit more comfortable. And you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive pliers in the store or order the most expensive pliers, but they will last longer. What I have here, I would say, are about a medium grade on pliers. Okay, so these are your chain noses, and this is your flat nose plier. All right, pointed compared to a flat and not pointed. Okay, so those we use for numerous things. The flat nose pliers we can also use when we work with wire. All right, now if you're going to work with items that you're going to have to cut apart, you're going to need a pair of clippers. And that's what these are. These are just plain clippers. There's another set of clippers that is out there, which I usually use more than these, which are called flush cutters. Okay, but I didn't bring them out today because I mainly use them for wire working. And they give you more of a flush cut on your wire. So, but these are great. These ones here happen to be Martha Stewart's. They're not the greatest. These are probably, these are a grade above the minimal that you have, that you can turn around and you can get. And these work very well. I'm hoping that you can see all these okay. Now another thing that we need are round nose pliers. And these are also used for a multitude of things. As you can see, they're round and they're graduated. Okay, so that you can do different size loops with these. And these are pliers that you can use, and I will show you one example of that in this video. You know how you get a lot of the necklaces where, like here, this is in a finishing part, but you get a lot of necklaces that have this kind of a closure. I'm hoping you can see what I'm talking about here. and they're missing the, this is awful today. We don't want to focus. But I think you can get the idea of what I'm talking about here. Well, these, because they are different sizes, okay, like this can go down, you can do different size loops. These ones here that I have in this bag, I would be doing this right up about the top. All right, now the other tool we have, which you can use for the same thing, is a combination of a round nose, but it also has what looks to be like a flat nose, but it's not. It's concave inside, and that piece fits inside. I wish this would focus for me. There you go. See, that piece fits right inside of there. So it will not only round it on the round part of the pliers, but it will also continue to round it by pushing this plier part into the concave part. All right, and I have one other tool out here that I wanted to show you. And a lot of times, if you're doing wire, different things in wire, you don't want to scratch your wire. So these are a pair of wire pliers. They were just handy, that's why I brought them out. And they have plastic heads on them. These will allow you to straighten your wire without scratching it. And that's the other thing, like my chain nose pliers on the inside, a lot of your cheaper chain nose pliers, these ones here, let's see here, inside of these is smooth metal. There's no gripping. The only gripping you're going to be doing is with the power of your hands. A lot of times there's stuff in here that helps you to adhere to your jump rings and stuff. I prefer not to use those because they will scratch up your metal. They will scratch up your jump rings. So I like to have the chain nose pliers without anything inside. Okay, and the same thing with my flat nose pliers. Inside of these, they're all smooth. So you will get no roughing of your metals, of your jump rings, of your chains. Okay, so now that we got the tools out of the way, let's start with a few repairs on some jewelry with rhinestones, okay, and pearls. Now what I did is I took and I went and I sort of set up a couple of things so that hopefully we would save some time. And I'm just praying that a lot of these things that I have here are very, very small. And, you know, the rhinestones. And I hope that they don't drop. That's why I put my little cloth out here in hopes that I can keep everything here. Like I put the rhinestones for this and there and so forth and so on. All right, but the first thing I'm going to show you is how I work with the glue. Now the glue that I use is called the Ultimate. It's by Aleene's. It is not a super glue, but yet it dries in minutes. It's not an instant glue. And it's a multi-surface adhesive. All right. I use it on, you can use it on cloth, you can use it on metal, you can use it on wood. Again, you have to be careful when you use any kind of glue because they are flammable. So, you know, don't light a match or a lighter or anything around the glue. So the first thing that I do, I have, and what I use with is these round toothpicks, is I take a Post-it note pad, okay, and I take a little bit of this out of the tube and I put it on the Post-it note. All right, that keeps it in one place, and then it has another purpose too at the end. All right, now I had bought in a package of findings and stuff from my Skywatch 2, and there were some cameos in there. And I have some cameo frames, which you can use as a pendant. And if you don't want to use it as a pendant, all you would do is in this top one, you would put a jump ring, and you can use it as a pendant. But there's a really nice pin back in these, so you can use these as pins. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my toothpicks, and I'm going to take this glue, and I'm going to take a little bit at a time. Alright, and I'm going to go in the inside of this piece here. Alright, I'm just going to spread that out inside. You don't ever want to use too much glue, because then it overruns itself, and sometimes it'll come out on the top of the piece that you're working on. Now you do have to put this on, decently quick. I usually put it on and I let it set for a minute before I push the piece in place. As you can see, this is pretty thick. It's not like a super glue where it's really runny. It has some body to it. And I just work this around. Now you can put this on the piece also. Alright, but I sort of like, with something like this, I kind of like doing it this way. Alright, and I'm just going to get that all in here. That's a little bit too much. Alright, move this in here, get it in there. Alright, and once you get it all the way around, just go around and spread it a little bit better. Okay, just make sure that you got it pretty much covering a lot of the places that's in there. Now, just make sure you know where the top of your pendant is and where the top of your cameo is. And we're going to take this, and we're very going to very slowly just drop this in. Alright, and we want to push it in, and you want to make sure that it's even all the way around, that it's not too much in one spot and not too much in another spot. Grab off all your extra glue. Alright, you can move this. As you can see, this is already starting to, this fits in here perfect. Alright, so that's in there. Now, they say that this completely dries in a couple of hours, and it does. Alright, but I like to let it cure. In other words, it'll stop putting off the odor from the glue, probably within 24 hours. And at that point, I say the glue is cured. Now, if you get some on the inside like there, just take another Q-tip, and you just take and you spread it. Okay, and you can get most of this off, and then once this dries, you'll be able to peel this all off. Okay, and we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to do one more of these so I can show you again. Alright, so there's a piece of jewelry. Okay, let's put that to the side. I have one more here. This one's silver. Okay, and these are old. I happened to get these a long time ago from a thrift store, and I would say I've had them. These came from Pasadena, from Grieger's. It's probably not even in business anymore. World's largest, best source of supply for the rock hound and jewelry maker, gem cutter, mineralogist. Oh boy, I can't talk this morning. Collector and craftsman. These are in each one of the bags. Okay, and these are a standard. Now, when you do work with cabochons, so those cabochons that I showed you the other day, they could go in something like this. But these are not precious metal or anything, so I would not put like a $14, $20 cabochon in one of these. These are good for what we're using it for right now. Now I'll save these two bags, because when these are totally cured, I will. See, now you can see this. has gotten to the point now where I can't work with it. So I got to pour more glue out here. Alright, so we're going to put that one on there. And we're going to take a little bit more glue. This is wonderful glue. It's easy to work with. You just got to make sure that once you pour it out, you start working with it right away. Now this glue is available on, Michaels has it sometimes. They also come in little tubes, and I like those, but I couldn't find them this time. And you can also find this on Amazon. Now this one has a smaller area in here than the last one, so I'm going to work on getting this all the way around. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I got a broken toothpick here. Alright, and I'm just going to spread that inside here. Alright, this toothpick's done. Let's get another one. Okay. And I'm going to get some more, pick up some more glue. And roll it so you don't get those long strings. Alright, and then roll that in there. Okay. And again, get it all the way around. Alright. You're better off putting less glue on the paper and having to add a little bit more to your pile there, because then you'll assure that it's going to still be workable in the time that you have. Now I got some inside. This inside of this one is a little bit different. Alright, let me get the cab. This one is black. I figured this would go really nice in the silver tone one. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to put it in there. We're going to set it in. And then we're just very gently going to press it. Okay. Look on the back. This one looks really good. It doesn't look like there's any overfill or anything. Make sure your cab is straight. You want the ladies all standing up. Move it around. Okay. So now we have another piece. That's done. This is going to be, like I said, this one here actually has a pendant thing on the back of this one. Okay. And the pin. So you can use this also as a pendant or a pin. Alright, so let's put them to the side. So the next thing now I got to repair, and I think I might be able to use it. I had a pair of earrings in a bag that the back had come off, and it just so happened to be in the bag. And this time what I'm going to do is, you can see I have they're a pair. They're just plain old earrings, but I'm going to send them to the thrift, and they deserve to be fixed because there's some nice little old lady over there that probably would really like these earrings. So you want to make sure your back is clean. I'm going to grab a little bit of this glue. See right there, it's still good. And I'm going to put it right into the center. And right in there. You don't need a lot. This stuff, when it bonds, it really bonds well. Alright, and I'm just pushing it down and spreading it around. Now most of the time you're going to see where this was on the earring. Okay. And I'm just going to push this right back into the same spot where it was on the earring. Alright, it's a little bit off center, as you can see. Alright, and I'm just going to push it down, and we're going to set them off to the side. Now that's a repair. Okay. Now, let me take this. Now what I do with this, the reason why I like using the Post-it notes, is I can just take this like that, and I can just fold that in half. It covers all the glue up, and it can go into the garbage, and it's not going to stick to everything. Alright, so that's the reason why the Post-it notes are one of the best things that you can use. Okay, I have a brooch here, and I don't know if you remember, but I told you that not all the pearls are the same. When we're going to do a couple with pearls right now, we're going to fix. pearls that go into your brooches and pins and so forth and so on are brooches that don't have any holes in them. Now, I happen to have the pearl that fell out of this right here, so it's not a problem. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm only going to use a little tiny bit of, and once you put those Post-it notes down on something, they don't move. I'm only going to take a tiny, tiny bit of the glue because that's all I need for something like this. I'm going to squeeze out one little dot, just like that. Okay? And now I have a pair of tools here that I can pick this pearl up with. Alright? And I can hold that pearl. Can you see them? They're just like little... That keeps my pearl in the position that I want it to after I put the glue down. Okay, let's do this. Let's grab this. Let's put that right in the middle. Alright, because that will spread out. And then we're going to take our pearl and set that right in there. I'm going to use my finger to hold it down. Okay, move it around there. Make sure you get it where you want it. There we go. And push it down nice and hard. Alright, and that's in there now. So that's fixed also. Okay, and you have to check all these just to make sure that you did what you were supposed to do. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more piece here with a pearl. And then I'm going to come back with a second video right after this with rhinestones. Okay? And I remember a few bags back we had this really nice 1928 brooch. Okay, that was missing a pearl. Alright, now the other thing about pearls too is that they come in multiple colors. So you know, you have to be careful what you pull out. Alright, now, this pearl here that matches, alright, I just brought this out to show you. I will harvest these other two. There was 3 different size pearls on this earring. Now, I have the pair, but there was already one missing on the other one, so I don't feel bad about harvesting from these earrings. And so we're going to fix this. Alright, now this is a brand, kind of almost like a spanking new pearl. And it doesn't need to worry about exactly where it's going to go. We're going to put another daub right on there. You don't even need anywhere near that amount. Okay, and we're going to take and use the tip of the... Get that around there, and we're going to put that into that hole. Alright, and you don't want to put a lot in there. You just want to get enough in there. Swirl it around so you know it's covered. Okay, and I have that in there. I don't know if you can see too good. And then we're going to use these handy dandy little tools. These are very cheap. And we're just going to set that pearl right in there, and we're going to push it down. Alright, and there you go. So now we got another one that's repaired. And they're basically pretty much the same size. So, alright, now we're going to put that down and let that dry. I'm going to set that over here next to the earrings. And we're going to put this brooch over here too, because I'm going to need to get to my toothpicks. So, I wanted to just mention to you that this ring is missing a stone. That was in a video like a day or so ago, or yesterday. And I'm trying to find a stone to go in there, but I haven't yet, because this ring is beautiful. I mean, it's in really great shape. So even though it's a stretch ring, to me it's worth fixing. Okay, so I wanted to show you that and remind you of that. Alright, so I'm going to end this video here. And I'm going to get this uploaded for you, and I'm going to come back with, I'm going to remove these pearls and stuff while it's uploading. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do a little bit with rhinestones. Rhinestones are a little bit more tricky. And wish me luck. So anyway, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe if you're watching for the first time. I don't do a real lot of these videos. I basically do them by request. So, and these have been items that have been requested by people that are members of the Jewelry Pirate family. So, okay, everybody. I will see you again soon. Don't forget that thumbs up. And I'll talk to you shortly. Bye-bye.